We had a lot of fun in Season 1, One Will Rise. But now, we're on to something new. And by that, I mean Season 2. Next.
And let's go.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Davis. LeBron James on the wing. The 3. They get it back. Davis, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Up again, Davis on the follow.
Beating everyone to the board, using his length, his skill set, the big fella AD, getting it done.
A deep 3 from Irving. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. KD against Davis. Great D that time from Durant.
They are out of rhythm, 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Here's James.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Now Howard, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Howard dishes to Davis. Caldwell Pope against Dinwiddie. They grab their own miss. Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The 3 from KD. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Green with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. Here's Caldwell Pope. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, shaky defense there. Giving up the bucket plus sending KCP to the line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu's checked in. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Harris. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And his competitiveness showing through, that's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And that one's good, Caruso.
and they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Rondo kicks to Kuzma. Three-pointer. That one, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. To the paint. Here's Prince. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Taurean Prince takes the hit, maintains focus. He's a tough individual.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. Back to Rondo. Outside for Davis. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer.
This is Kuzma's game. You set me up, I'll knock it down.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Outside for Rondo. Back to Davis. Pass to Rondo. Inside. And Kuzma has it in the corner.
Good defense by Kyrie, sticking with the fundamentals on that play.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Then it's Jordan, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Kyle Kuzma. Allen's checked in for the Nets. Karis LeVert comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Now here's Dinwiddie. KD passes to Prince. Shot clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
James in the post. Dinwiddie covers. And the dunk by LeBron.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Nets trail by 9. Three-pointer, LeVert. Rebounded by Howard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Caruso. The putback, and Howard with the second chance points.
Howard really brings it on the offensive glass, using that wide wingspan to come up with those loose balls.
Back to Dinwiddie. LeVert kicks to Prince. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. A deep three from Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Lakers leading by 11. 9 feet out, and the jumper is on the mark. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Shots good by Durant.
It's a pick your poison situation with KD. You can't give him space, but he's got the handle to go right by you.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. Caruso, the pass to Morris. And it's good for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the inside, Howard with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. Morris with the ball. And here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 5. James, the pass to Howard. Stolen by LeVert. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. Up the floor. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You know, he's still slender, but KD's gotten a lot stronger. You have to wrap him up early. You can't let him get the shot off.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Taurean Prince. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And here's Green outside. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Rondo against Irving. Tries again. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Jordan.
What I like about that play, DeAndre Jordan not just looking to corral the miss, he's looking to finish the job.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Where was the D there? No one was covering the open man.
Back to KD. Irving kicks to KD. Looking to get it going. The Lakers with the rebound.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Lakers lead by 15.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Durant, the pass to Luwawu. Back to KD. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Outside, Davis. Goes up the baseline. Davis. Great positioning on the putback.
Aggressiveness right there from AD. Just wanted it more than anyone else.
Irving way outside. And so it's Los Angeles out in front by 17 points at the end of the... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And that...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Howard in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here is Durant. Off the inbound pass. And ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh my goodness.
Putting a little creativity into it. Durant usually making it look easy, but not here.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Durant, Allen trying to break free. KD can't get it to go. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And it's slammed in by Howard.
You just love LeBron's patience. Scanning the floor, delivers the basketball on point and on time.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Now Green following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Kept alive. Davis kicks to Green. Lakers passing it around. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. On the wing, Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
Green against Dinwiddie. Green, the pass to Caldwell Pope. The putback, can't throw down the putback. Nets trail by 19. Dinwiddie outside. LeVert in the corner. It's stolen by Green. Down low, here's Davis. Here's Howard. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Durant.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Irving's shot is good. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lores of the game of college basketball.
1:44 left to play in the third. LeBron with it. 8 points for him. A three ball. Los Angeles with another miss.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Harris passes to Allen. Now LeVert. Out to the right wing. Passes it to Harris. 5 on the clock. And it's LeVert missing. Lakers leading by 15. James outside. Caruso, the pass to LeBron. And he goes in for the dunk.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
High post Allen. He gets it in there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
LA's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. LeBron dishes to Davis. Caldwell Pope kicks to Caruso. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Morris, no good.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
LeVert the pass to Prince. And the powerful one-handed slam.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Morris dishes to Davis. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Harris looking it over. On the wing, Harris. Prince wide open. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the one. Here's Jordan following the basket by Anthony Davis. It's LeVert on the wing. For three, Harris. And James pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Outside for Caldwell Pope. With the putback, Davis on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Prince, the pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. To the wing on the left. Back to Prince. Clock at 4. It's tipped. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And the Lakers with some changes. Howard comes in for Davis. And it's Green in for LeBron. The Nets also changing it up. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for LeVert. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Caldwell Pope right side. Lets it go with a three. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
And Irving launches it from deep. Let's keep it alive. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Offside Rondo. To the paint. Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Durant against Kuzma. And stolen by Kuzma. And they're running. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
I mean, running the court with the speed of a guard, hard to keep up with Durant once he gets out in the open floor.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Howard kicks to Rondo. Kuzma outside. With the floater, and that one good. And the Lakers lead by 21.
Showing good touch on a variety of shots. Kuzma this time with the little teardrop.
Now the pass to Harris. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Lakers leading by 21. To the middle. They kick it out to Green. Fires for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Davis.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Beautifully orchestrated play. You put Durant at the finishing end of anything, it's probably a good idea.
There's 42 seconds left in the game. And Kuzma slams it in.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Here's Katie after the basket by Los Angeles. For three, Harris. Rebounded by Howard. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Green passes to Kuzma. Back to Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you watch Danny Green work. Smart guy, a grinder. That time, he draws the foul.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Stolen by McGee. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating floor. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. First.
Ready and waiting for you right now. Season 2 will also have new agendas featuring some of the best performances from up-and-coming players in the league, such as Luka's NBA debut and Ja Morant's first 30-point game.
As for the Season 2 reward players, well, let's just say you're in for a treat. Starting off at level 1, you're going to get a free agent Zion Williamson card.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free and the...
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA. Right here on 2TA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. Now, here is Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now George, following Durant's three-point attempt. Now here's George. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
And the patience from George. Not rushing up a low percentage shot, not settling for just any shot. Instead, keeping his cool and burying a quality look.
Now here's Irving. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple. Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception is the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Now George. Zubats trying to break loose. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. A second chance effort. Here's Zubats. Goes up with it again. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, with double checking, and the game continues on.
Nets trail by 3. Right side Irving. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Brooklyn with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Irving with it. Williams picks him up. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Prince. Irving's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Williams. And Williams throws it down.
And the thing about Williams, sometimes he doesn't look like he's moving all that fast, and then bam, there go the Jets.
A deep 3 from Irving. Let's keep it alive. Prince finds Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Los Angeles leading by 5. 1:04 left in the first quarter. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. That's good. That's LeVert with the assist. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Williams passes to Leonard. Harrell trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Leonard's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Irving kicks to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Takes a 3. The kick out to Irving. Another shot. Offensive rebound, Nets. There's the triple. A shot off that time.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. With 2 seconds left. No good at the rim. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, leading by 5. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the 2nd quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the 2. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, DA. Thanks. Over to the left wing. Here's Beverly, and he comes up with the deuce. Beverly's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Like how Beverly takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in it.
Pass to Luwawu. 6 to shoot. It's Prince on the wing. That shot off. The Clippers go the other way with it. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line. Now the passion in New York is a pro sports city, Greg. is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Jackson passes to Green, and Green slams it in.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Clippers leading by 12. The three from George. Dinwiddie with the rebound. The Nets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
Boy, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
Clippers have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Jackson kicks to Shannon. That three off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Green left side. Poke loose. It's stolen by Allen. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Morris. Here's Jackson. That shot no good. Great D that time from Durant. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Durant's got 8 points.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
To the inside. And Green with the basket on the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Luwawu, the pass to Harris. Outside, KD. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the shot goes down. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Harris finds Durant with 4 seconds on the clock, and he gets it to go. Durant's got 10 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with...
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. They took it up a notch in the second quarter. That was obvious. And they sit on a 10-point lead at the half. And that'll do it for our halftime report.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
man. How about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in the shooting guard.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Morris kicks to Leonard. The three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 10. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. No good from Irving.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Beverley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Leonard on the wing. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Beverley against Irving.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And George with the stuff.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
And good that time. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Outside for George. In the corner, it's Morris. And a miss there on the triple. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Nets. It's a 10-point game. Here's KD. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, what a nice ball fake there. Hard not to bite on that one. I mean, you have to be aggressive if you want to challenge KD's shot, and then he's got you right where he wants you.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan comes in for Jarrett Allen, and it's Prince in for Dinwiddie. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Marcus Morris. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Beverley, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Irving against Williams. It's Durant on the wing. Shoots the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers leading by 10.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Inside, here's Harrell. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Stolen by Beverley. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. George dishes to Harrell. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverley. Beverley's got 3 assists in the game. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Here's LeVert, and the rejection by Harrell. Over in the corner, Beverly. Outside Williams. Nobody near Leonard. Harrell. It's good on the putback. Harrell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Harris is checked in for Durant, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. The Clippers also making some changes. Andrew Shamet comes in for George, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Here's Dinwiddie, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 15. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Allen is out there with Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Williams. Out to Morris. On the wing, Williams. This one for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Harris outside. And it's good. 2 points. Harris has got his first bucket of the night.
Harris doing a nice job there, guys, of maintaining his focus and concentration on a tough take.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Here's Williams outside for Jackson. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Dinwiddie. Sinks that one from the post. Dinwiddie's got his first basket.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
The pass to Harris. Now here's Allen. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assist. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Williams. That one falls. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Boy, for a pint-sized guy, Williams can absorb a lot of contact. Torches his man there.
Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself. It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert comes in for Harris. They get the rebound. Morris. Zubac the pass to George. Back to Zubac. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his fourth rebound in this one. Dinwiddie kicks to KD. Here's Irving. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
Here's Beverly. Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. Leonard inside. LeVert defending. Outside for George. Pass to Morris. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Nets trail by 9. And a wide open look for Irving. On the 3 off target.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. And it's Irving with the rebound.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Allen controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
1:05 left in the fourth. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Got to respect the strength of Beverly. I mean, when he's on the attack, nothing is slowing him down.
The Nets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Outside Durant, it's LeVert on the wing. KD looking around. Drops in the tray.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment never rattles him.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Outside Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Leonard on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give...
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Yo, it's the 2KMC, and I'm here to inform you on everything going down in the neighborhood. This weekend, it's Basketball Gods. See.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. And nothing tips up.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Always looking to bring his guys with him. Thanks, David. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's James. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Caldwell Pope against George. The shot's good.
Oh, embracing contact all the way up. I mean, Davis is terrific at keeping his composure on these challenging finishes.
Green against George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
And he makes the first.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Now here's James. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing. And that's why you love Morris, because he is just a total team player. Not only an extraordinary screener, but a superb roller as well.
Now here's James. Howard dishes to LeBron. Green passes to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Davis. Now here's Leonard. It's deflected. Here's LeBron. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way! And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Beverley looking around. Pass to Zubac. Five to shoot. In the corner, George with it. Zubac in the post. He's guarded by Howard. Here's James. The shot from the low post is good. James has got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Beverley against James. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter.
Oh, love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist.
And that one's good by Davis.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Beverley. Davis with the double team. And another shot. And no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Howard. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's LeBron. Rebound by the Clippers. Now the Clippers moving it up. Can they get it? And Morris throws it down.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Green dishes to Davis. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you're trying to pack in the lane. I mean, but that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
James outside. And the dunk by James.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
Both free throws good from McGee. There's Jackson with the 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. The defensive work. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback.
Old school basketball, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And, guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Montrezl Harrell is out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Williams. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Caruso, guarded by Jackson. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. And here they go. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
And don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Rondo drives in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Rondo against Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Now, whenever Jackson is driving, the D is nervous. He is just brilliant at completing his drives to the rack.
Out to the right wing. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. Clippers trail by 8. It's Jackson with the drive. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that part.
See, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
Jackson looking it over. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
And Harrell shoots it in.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
Rondo against Williams. Clock at 6. And McGee kicks to Morris. Off target with his 3. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here's Kuzma. Tipped away.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Stolen by McGee. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. McGee, the pass to Rondo. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Alex Caruso. Caldwell-Pope passes to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
When the brow gets up, get out of the way, unless you want to be on a post.
Outside Jackson. He can't get it to go. Good D by Rondo. Lakers leading by 6. There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
It was nice to see Rondo take advantage of the driving lane. I mean, he makes the right reads offensively.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Jermichael Green. George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. The Lakers also changing it up. Howard comes in for Morris. And it's Green in for Kyle Kuzma.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Rondo with the ball. Howard kicks to Green. Shoots from 8. Drained for 2 points. Green's got his first 2 points.
The agility from Green when he goes inside is impressive. I mean, his fluid motion gets him to his shot.
And all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points. And, of course, every team is... And that's going to do it for us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Anthony Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. It's good on the putback.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's Beverly. Down low. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Wonderful move by Pat Beverly, a true talent at executing the pick and roll perfect.
Beverly against LeBron. The 9-foot shot. The Clippers grab the miss.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Green, the pass to Howard. LeBron dishes to Green. And the rejection by Zubac.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And here's Beverly. And the foul called on Danny Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. And Harrell slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
James kicks to Davis. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. It's a hand on it. Davis on the follow. Davis has got 10.
Showing some intensity there. I like how Davis attacks the offensive glass and comes up with second chance baskets.
Williams passes to Harrell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 8.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time. And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. Now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the 3, facing up and letting him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
Williams passes to Leonard. Back to Williams. The feed to Harrell. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Lakers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvement, certainly.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Caruso. No good on the 3. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half for the lead. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Alex Caruso. Here's Jackson. Davis with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Rondo. Here's James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off.
Here's Rondo, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Lakers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And the Lakers also making a switch. Howard's checked in. Rondo scanning the floor. They kick it out to Green. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Clippers with the ball. Beverly for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
There's a reason Danny Green has played on multiple NBA title teams. He plays serious defense.
And we just finished the third quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Morris is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Some changes for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And James subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
LeBron left side. He kicks it to Howard. Davis, the pass to Caldwell-Pope. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Beverly. Zubac passes it to Shamet. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Yep, that one goes in there. Morris has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
How about the strength of Morris shrugging off the D and nailing the shot?
That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. Beverly against James. Now Beverly. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers leading by 6. Now here's Beverly. Out to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Beverly with the ball. The putback. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Lakers trail by 6. Davis, the pass to Howard. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Well, with as much defensive attention as AD gets, the passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Beverly the pass to Zubac, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's James. And finished off by LeBron.
Oh, come on, James has made plenty of these shots during his career. He embraces the pressure.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth. Zubac finds Williams. Tries again. Outside for George. On the wing, Morris. Goes back up, and Davis sends it back.
He's outstanding at using his wingspan to erase shots. This is what great players do. Howard relishes the chance to hit these important shots.
The Clippers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard controlling the defense.
And the dunk by James.
And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Williams in the post. Working on James. Williams can't hit. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. LeBron dishes to Howard. Kicks it out to James. Caldwell-Pope pass to Davis. Almost, but it rolls out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Morris, no good. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. James outside. Caldwell-Pope outside. Here's Davis. It falls.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Can they get it? Got it.
And this is what Lou Williams delivers to his team. Quality shooting, even under the highest level of pressure.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David.
At 2K, we are all about doing our part to helping achieve social justice worldwide.
So today we are launching a new series in partnership with the Spring Hill Company to address injustice and explore how we can achieve the goal of equity and equality.
It's called Uninterrupted.
Up next, Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA Actors. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, D.A. Thank you so much. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Now here's Durant. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor. And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
6 on the shot clock. Now here's Dinwiddie. In transition, here come the Nets. Allen leading the charge. And there's the pass to Irving. Hands the 12-footer.
The evolution of Kyrie Irving's game continues. Magnificent with the jumper.
Here's LeBron. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Lakers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Father Time has not caught up to LeBron James yet. This man looks like he is on a mission, and he continues to add to his legacy.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving looking over the floor. From 11 feet away. Jump shot is good that time.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
James, no good. Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Allen trying to break free. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2. Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. Back to Caldwell Pope.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for James.
Well, those jumpers, they might as well be layups for Kevin Durant. That's his comfort zone.
Lakers trail by 4. Rondo on top. Dinwiddie covering. And McGee kicks to Kuzma. Back to McGee. Uncovered. Shot clock at 6. And the Lakers turn it over again.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And the Lakers also making a switch. Markieff Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Oh, I'm sure he can't either.
And Luwawu gets it to go.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And Rondo is a dime dropper. One of the best passing point guards our game has ever seen.
Dinwiddie kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. McGee with the block. Kuzma passes to Rondo. Out to Kuzma. Rondo against Prince. And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Rondo. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And how about the focus there from Rondo? Doesn't let the D get to him, able to complete that play through contact.
Luwawu, the pass to Harris, kicks it out to Dinwiddie. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Brooklyn ahead. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma.
You know, for me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. JaVale McGee is out there with Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2. Rondo finds Morris. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Morris making things look easy right now. What a rhythm.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Irving's got 6 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Out to Kuzma. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Caruso. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Caruso, the pass to Morris. Rebounded by the Nets.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Here's Prince. Second shot opportunity. Outside Irving. Stolen by McGee. Rondo kicks to Caruso. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And staying with the play, Allen.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Durant against James. And he uses the glass on the layup. LeBron's got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Durant, the pass to Irving. And the rejection by James.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
On its way from Irving for 2.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by James. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Gwinnett shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Here's Irving. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Irving's got 10.
But just a spectacular display of ball handling from Kyrie, opening up the look there. Many believe he might have the best handle in the game.
And it's James missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. Durant just inside the line, off the left rim and out.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and defense not a factor at all.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Nets trail by 5. Outside Irving, over LeBron, and it's Irving missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. James up top. He's covered by Irving. Here's Howard. Good, and the assist goes to James. Howard's got his first points in this one.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Lakers leading by 7. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, this is what makes Kyrie such a difficult check, right? He's so skilled at drawing fouls because he's so crafty with the ball and so fast.
And he can't hit the second. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. Stolen by Allen. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. You knew when the Lakers landed, David. And that'll do.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And here is LeBron. Durant plays the 4 with Allen. It's wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And the rejection by James. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Pass to Davis. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Green dishes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Howard. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And the wide open shot from Green. Cans it from downtown. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Irving. The rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The feed to Caldwell Pope. Irving against James. Back to Caldwell Pope. Here's Howard. Kicks it out to James. Down low. And it's Howard finishing it off.
His entire career, Dwight Howard has been an absolute force on the glass. Nice finish.
Off the run, and again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Again, Irving missing.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Rondo. A second chance effort. Passes it to Kuzma. Howard trying to free himself up. Outside for Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Rondo. Offensive rebound. Kuzma passes to Caruso. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And the Lakers also making a change. Morris is checked in. 2 on the clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Out to Kuzma. The pass to Rondo. And the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the miss by Morris.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
For 3, Harris. He can't get that one.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Caruso. Howard at the elbow. Takes it off the glass. Howard's got 6. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Nets trail by 16. Prince outside. Harris outside. Allen kicks to Harris. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Passes to Caruso. On the wing, Morris. Back to Kuzma. Dishes it to McGee. And it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Now, here is Morris. Kept alive, and McGee kicks to Kuzma. Drills the three-pointer. And the Lakers lead by 17.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Prince's shot is good.
So important to balance your three-point shooting stroke with the ability to put it on the deck. What a drive by Taurean Prince.
Rondo passes to Morris. Outside Rondo. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got JaVale McGee. Markieff Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Bradley. Here's McGee. Lakers passing it around. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Harris outside. Durant in the corner. The kick out to Irving. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Bradley finds Morris. Here's Caruso. To the right side. Kuzma passes to Morris.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
No good from Durant. Los Angeles leading by 13. Outside Bradley. Now the dish to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
That's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide open teammates on a consistent basis.
Here's Irving. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
And it's McGee with the jam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Irving with a clean look, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Feeds to Bradley. He kicks it to Morris. To the wing right side. On the wing, Morris. Pass to Caruso. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Shoots from the line. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Irving. That one a little long. Lakers leading by 15. And the shot is good.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
It's good. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's how you do it. The D looked helpless on that possession.
LeBron against Irving. Over Irving. The putback. Green breaking loose. Great positioning on the putback.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Connects from three-point range.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Green dishes to Howard. James, that's a two-pointer. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Dinwiddie wide open. The quick look, no good that time. Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Howard.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Smith comes in for Caldwell Pope. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Green. And Cook subbed in for LeBron. There's the pass to Karuch. Jordan inside. McGee's there. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Johnson.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
There's Crawford with the three. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis down low. Count it.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it.
interrupted. And here's Maria Taylor with the first episode titled More Than a Vote.
I've never been afraid of doing anything, but I always wanted to be able to do something that had meaning and purpose to it.
The doubt comes from within, me wondering, am I qualified?
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K. DA, it's all.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Durant. Allen kicks to LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving finds Allen. And the basket is good.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Here's George. Now the pass to Zubac. That one drops for him.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the Clippers pick up 2.
That's where Durant is making a living right now, a sensational jump shooter and a deadly release.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now here is Irving. Over George. That one off the back iron and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Beverley the pass to Zubac. And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Irving with a clean look, drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
Here's Beverley, and he lays it straight in.
Worked that one inside nicely.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Irving for 3, drains the three-pointer. Irving's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Leonard tries again, outside for George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There's something about Beverley. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
The first free throw is good.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Inside, and that one's good. Beverley. Beverley's got his second basket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's KD. Again, the Nets for 2.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Harrell, that's good.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Irving for 3. Let's keep it alive. Jordan kicks to Harris. On the wing, Irving. Pass to Prince. Back to KD. 6 to shoot. The 3. They get it back.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives, on the offensive glass.
Outside, Williams. Feeds it to Harrell. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. They lead by 4. Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got 10 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, Williams. Lays it up and banks it in.
He's such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Leonard. Left side, Williams. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Out to the right wing. Here's Beverley. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for him.
And Patrick Beverley could do that in close, finds a way to get that one up. And you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the 2 guard. And George gets it to go. Your son, Cole Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
It was fun for the most part, because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad, and a proud one at that. Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. The feed to Jordan. That one goes in. 6 points for DeAndre Jordan.
Well, the sheer size of DeAndre Jordan is such a big benefit. It makes him an effective finisher on the inside.
Outside, George. Over Harris. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Nets leading by 4. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Harris. Over George. Jordan's shot is off.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Jackson finds Green. Back to Jackson. The rebound by Prince.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Prince. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shamet, the pass to George. Back to Shamet. Outside, George. To the middle. They could use a bucket. And there's Green on the assist by George. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
And here's Prince outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. To the inside. And it's Shamet missing.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Luwawu, the pass to Harris. Prince outside. To the paint. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 10.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside for George. And the pass to Shamet. He dishes it to Harrell. Outside for George. Jackson passes to Green. They get a hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Taurean Prince. Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. Karis LeVert's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Beverly the pass to Leonard.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Zubats against Jordan. Pass to LeVert. Allen kicks to LeVert. Irving, the open look, gets the 14-footer to fall. And that's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Brooklyn ahead as they end the second quarter on a 14-5 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by court.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the
folks.
Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They had the upper hand in the second quarter. They've got a 9-point lead, and the third quarter probably can't get here. And that's...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Morris is out there with the Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3-side. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Morris finds Beverley. Clock at 6.
Kyrie more and more wants to take pride on the defensive end, so encouraging to see him out there with a hand up on that one.
Here's George, and it's sent back by Allen.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Irving. Second chance shot. Allen kicks to Irving. From the baseline. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got 14.
Pure shooting form shown by Kyrie on that one. Lets the ball just roll off the fingertips.
Inside. Passes it to Beverley. And it's Irving with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Leonard against LeVert. Puts it up from 17. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Beverley against Irving. Goes back up. Allen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Irving for 3. They grabbed their own miss. Outside for Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Second shot opportunity. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 8 points in the quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Jackson passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
A deep 3 from Irving. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success. Terrific effort from him really all night. Yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
And a deep three from Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Prince is checked in for Joe Harris. Harrell trying to free himself up. And it's Shamet missing. Nets leading by 6. Irving against Jackson. A nice shot by Irving.
Feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
Allen passes to Irving. And that one drops for him. Irving's got 24 points.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jackson drives in, and that one drops.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Puts it up from 15. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Irving's got 14 points here in the second half. Deflects the pass. Here's Jackson, and he converts the layup.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Nets leading by 8. So for Brooklyn now, Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Taurean Prince is out there with Jarrett Allen. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Prince kicks to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 10.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
LeVert with it. Allen right side. Back to LeVert. Kicks to Dinwiddie. LeVert the pass to Allen. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Jordan. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Clippers trail by 8. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Dinwiddie against George. And stolen by Prince. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Count it. Good.
Just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shamet the pass to Zubac. In transition, here come the Nets. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Poked away, and that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Prince. Kyrie Irving is checked in for Brooklyn. Leonard looking around, and George kicks to Leonard. George passes to Zubac. There's Shamet. Offline with his 3. Nets leading by 10. Dinwiddie finds Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Right side Irving. Shoots over Shamet. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Zubac. Outside, George. Takes the 3. They get it again. The pass to Beverly. The 3. The shot by George, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Right side, George. On the wing, George. George missing again. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Irving passes to Jordan. Outside Irving. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to George. Back to Beverly. Now Leonard. Now George. Guarded by Jordan. Dinwiddie finds Irving. Shoots over Zubac. And he overshot that one, missing. Clippers trail by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Allen dishes to Durant. Allen kicks to Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Allen inside. Zubac defending. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morris with the bucket.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Chalk up 2 there.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Outside Williams. The shot by George. Wide open. Misses the wing J. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. This was all right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
we are scared for our lives.
We are the change, and each of us has a critical role to play.
To fight against prejudice, to be allies.
I understand you. I hear you.
For the land of the free.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to
Kevin, thank you.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the five, roaming the paint. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the three spot. Now here's LeBron. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Beverley finds Leonard. Pass to Zubats. No good there. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. 3-on-3. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Free throw good, Paul George.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now here's LeBron. And James throws it down.
The King, timeless, saying, I'm going to keep doing what I do until they catch up with me.
Beverley looking around. Good D by James.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here's Beverley following the basket by Dwight Howard. That one goes in.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. James outside. Outside, Davis. There's Green with the 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers leading by 3. Here's George. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Dwight Howard.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. Alex Caruso is checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for LeBron. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here's George. No good on that one. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Lakers trail by 6. And the pass to Rondo. McGee inside. Harrell on him. Davis finds Kuzma. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%.
Though he won't block a lot of shots, Kyle with terrific defense that time. Read that one all the way.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Pass to Shamet. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. A nice shot by George. George has got 10 points in the game.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Rondo passes to McGee. Right side Davis. Leonard with the steal. Feeds to Williams. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. And then for the Clippers, Green is checked in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Caruso. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 5 on the clock. Morris passes to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
This is what you like to see. Kuzma not settling for something along the perimeter. In fact, just the opposite.
Harrell lays it up off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Rondo dishes to McGee. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Lakers shooting their first free throw this game. And the technical free throw is good. Ball's knocked loose. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
The shot's good from McGee.
The defense is there, but because of the height disparity, there's no real contest.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma...
The biggest area of growth would definitely be...
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Jackson. Harrell is out there with Green. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Shamet in at the 2 guard. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Here's LeBron. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
Jackson looking it over. Passes it to Shamet. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Anthony Davis comes in for Markieff Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Green. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Here's Leonard. Morris passes to Leonard. James outside. And the dunk by LeBron.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Williams, he's checked in for Marcus Morris.
What is there to say about LeBron that hasn't been said? One of the all-time greats who can completely carry a team.
Here's Davis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And Williams, here we go. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Rajon Rondo's checked in for James. Here's Rondo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
The Lakers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
George looking over the floor. 1:35 left in the second quarter. To the middle. Zubac kicks to George. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And for Kentavious Caldwell Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that he knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Outside Williams. Pass to Beverly. There's the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Pass to Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
The speed of Rondo is not easy to keep up with. When he's driving to the rack, he is looking to get the defense up in the air.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. JaMychal Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And denied, he sends it right off the glass. Got a piece of it. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Morris comes in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Danny Green. Down low and stolen by Harrell. Outside Green. Here's Jackson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Howard in at center. That's the Laker 5. Poked away. Beverly the pass to Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Clippers. James looking it over. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You know, not many people want to step in front of LeBron. Once he gets up a full head of steam, can't say I blame him.
Beverly laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
James finds Green. Back to James. Leonard attacking. The shot's good on the assist by George. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
James, the pass to Howard. They kick it out to Green. LeBron against Beverly. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Morris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Leonard, no luck.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And that one's good. Beverly.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance. And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And George kicks to Morris. And that one is good. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's LeBron with the drive. Count that one. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Caldwell-Pope with it. Leonard's there. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope. Looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. 1:16 left in the third. To the inside. Green with the block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
And that one, good. Beverly's got 8.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Caldwell-Pope, the kick out to LeBron. That one falls. He's got 15.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Beverly. He's got 8. Just 5 to shoot. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Another shot. Zubac's no good. Here's Davis. And another basket for the Lakers.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top, leading by 5. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Lakers trail by 5. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Jermichael Green is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jackson, and it's Shamet in at the small forward position.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Williams passes to Shamet. Outside Williams. Clock at 6. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. The Lakers making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Passes it to Green. And 2 free throws coming up unable. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Harrell dishes to Green. Shamet on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, Jay, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. He hits the second from the line.
Great job there to make this a 2-possession game.
And the Lakers have possession. 4-point game. Rondo passes to Morris. Williams against Rondo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Williams looking around to the paint. The fader. Harrell. Outside Williams. Up again. It's good on the putback.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Harrell's energy is what helps him collect second chance opportunities.
Rondo passes to Morris. Outside for Rondo. And he banks in the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Outside Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got his first 2 points.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Caruso. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
And stolen by Kuzma. And that one drops for him.
What a display from Rondo, just coming alive when his team needs a bucket.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's LeBron in for Rajon Rondo. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
And LeBron throws it down hard.
When you need a big bucket, keep it in his hands. LeBron lives for this one.
Here's Beverley. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Patrick Beverley plays with a scorer's mentality. Takes the opportunity to step up.
He's feeling it. Howard trying to free himself up. Davis on the follow.
They needed that bucket. The aggression of AD when he senses a big moment, not something you can teach.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Beverley with the ball. Dishes to Hill. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
What I appreciate about Harold is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. To the middle. Green kicks to Howard. James outside. Davis, the pass to James. And James throws it down.
Your go-to guy in these situations. LeBron has been here before plenty of times.
There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. And here's Beverley. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. Here's Harrell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. It's LeBron with the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Now, here's Beverley. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Leonard draws the double. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. One-on-one fast break. Here's Howard. It's off.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
So it's the Clippers taking